believe we are live.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to episode 66. Today we'll talk about a haunted mansion movie in the work. Ready? The new Mandalorian season 2. The sad passing of Chadwick Boseman, and more. You are listening to the Castle Cape Clothes podcast, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. From Disney films to Marvel. From Pixar to Star Wars. From ABC to the Muppets. Hi everybody, I'm Lauren, and I'm here with cousin and co-pilot Rick.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. This is So this is our first live. Well, no, this is our first live podcast. No one knows about it right now.
Right. I know.
So really, this is a test to see how this
is our experiment.
Like, even the way it looks right now is temporary until I can actually sit down and make ourselves a proper overlay and stuff. I mean, I have a basic one, but yeah, whatevs.
Very cool. Thanks for setting it up, and I'm excited to see how it looks.
Yeah.
I am exhausted because I stayed up all night to watch one and get our reviews out. It was a great film. I'm glad that I stayed up to watch it. I was so excited to watch it. I was like Hamilton excited to watch it. So it didn't come out until about 12:30. But I will post a link to our YouTube vlog about the review, our YouTube review, so that people can watch it.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed you did, because I woke up and I saw your something already. I got it, I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So
yeah.
So I'll look forward to that probably tonight.
Yeah.
It's
just I think I think people who are afraid of it being vastly different from the animated film don't have anything to worry about. There are differences, there are like big differences, sure, but there's a lot of. I mean, it has the heart of the animated film,
right?
And you how to pronounce her name? Yifei. She was great as one.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what you think about the film.
Yep, probably sometime this weekend, definitely. But yeah. I made sure. I actually got it last night. So I was up until like 1, but I wasn't gonna stay up because I work at like 6 in the morning. So
yeah.
So yeah.
The other thing I have to report is that I watched for 3 hours somebody playing the Avengers, the new Avengers game. I was like on the edge of my seat. It wasn't even the end of the. By the end of the video, he was still, I don't know exactly where he is in the gameplay, but he hadn't completed yet. But I was on the, it was like I was watching a movie.
Right. Yeah, those things.
Really cool.
I think it's meant to be like 10 hours, at least 10-hour gameplay if you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, video games usually with like those kind of stories will last. You hope it at least lasts about 8+ hours to be worth your money. So 3 hours, you probably got some good chunk, but you're probably not even halfway through what's going on at that point.
Right. I'm hoping that he does more of the video game like I'll watch it. Still.
Yeah.
I almost want to get it just to try it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just get it for Anthony, our nephew.
I'm sure. I remember because I asked you what games you had, and you're like, you should get on the Avengers. So this is back in like May or this was graduation. So like back in May. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Then I'm like, wait, that doesn't come out until September.
I know.
September is here.
So, anyway. Yeah, that's my news for this today.
Nice.
So let's start with go ahead.
I was gonna say I did go to downtown Disney.
Right.
I was going to post a video on it, but for whatever reason, half my footage is gone. So
No.
I'm gonna go again. One because also my DSLR camera was dead for a couple of days. Like the battery charger on it died, and so all my batteries were dead. So I want to go back and take some actual real photos, not like phone photos of stuff. And I also have a gimbal coming in on Monday, so I wanted to show what I did, but it's still me holding a camera with my hands walking around, so it's very shaky and whatever. So when I go back, I'm going to have my gimbal so at least the footage is actually watchable. And also I can take photographs of stuff that I want to take photographs of. But I went on a Tuesday afternoon. To me, it seemed like a slow day at downtown Disney. I mean, there's still a lot of people around, but not as much as normal. And I don't know if it's because people are just wearing masks everywhere, but it seemed quieter. Like the music's more pronounced because you don't hear chatter. You know what I mean? Because you're walking around normally.
I noticed that.
Right? Because usually people are talking and whatever, but I think because people are wearing masks, people aren't having conversations while walking around as much as they used to because it's hard to hear people sometimes. So I don't know if it's that or I'm just imagining that things seem quieter, but I feel like I could hear the music more and everything else is very quieter.
Right.
Even though there's people around. When I went, there were little lines for some of the places. I think I waited maybe half an hour for the World of Disney.
But I like the way that they did it, where you go and put your name in, and then they call you back, so you can walk around still while you're waiting to get the shorter lines that they have.
Yeah, and then when I was in there, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I loaded up all my footage and half of it was gone. I don't know what happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
well, hopefully
next time.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just that. I also did. So I'm doing a lot of videos, right? So I did on our website, on a YouTube site. You can see I did the Millennium Falcon unboxing. But I also did one for a Black Series Chopper. I did one for a Black Series Luke and Yoda. And I did 2 cooking shows. My unboxing for Chopper, half of it's also gone. So I have to read. Luckily, I kept the packaging. So I'm going to redo it as if I'm unboxing it, but it's been open already.
I see.
I mean, it's the same thing I did with the Millennium Falcon. I cheated. I took it out, put it together, put all the stickers and stuff on it, and then did my unboxing. Because it's more let's go see what's inside the Millennium Falcon, which took 15 minutes just to go through all the features, right? So if I had to do the actual building of it, and it's not like there's a lot of pieces, but it took a little bit. So that would have been at least a half an hour to 45-minute video of me putting it together, putting the stickers on, and then going through all the features because there's so many things on that thing. But it's probably one of the better $380 things I purchased.
That's awesome.
So I do have videos coming out. I have to redo 2 of them, but I'll build that library up soon.
Yeah. I actually have another piece of news to report as well. That we started a new show called Marvel Mavens, which is all about Marvel. And the first episode, I'll post a link on show notes, was about Chadwick Boseman, who we're going to be talking about soon. And I also wanted to say, since we're doing this on YouTube, to make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and please like this post.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's head into the news. So we started news from within the castle gates, as always, highlighting Disney news. Chadwick Boseman, who played T'Challa, the Black Panther, sadly died at the age of 42 after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. I mean, it was a shock to me. Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, I got a text from one of my friends saying Chadwick Boseman died. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
and then I scrambled to the computer and because I wanted to verify in several different credible sources that it happened.
Right.
But yeah, it was. I was definitely shook. It was a shocker.
Yeah, I mean, what's amazing to me is that during this time that he was battling, he was doing surgeries, rigorous chemotherapy, and he was still starring as Black Panther in all of these movies. I mean, it's amazing what he was able to accomplish. It just makes him such a hero, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I can't imagine what he was going through for the past 4 years. I mean, that's the things he was able to accomplish while going through all of that is a testament to his character, his strength, and he earns the respect of all of his fans and everybody. Especially within the Marvel universe, obviously he's King T'Challa, but he kind of earns that title. So
he definitely earned it. Did you see the ABC special?
I do not have live TV, so
that's right. They have it on Disney Plus now.
The whole thing, or is it just
They aired Black Panther and then this special on ABC News with Robert Roberts. And so it's a really touching piece. I recommend checking it out. I heard that they put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I only saw I think they did a small behind the scenes. It would seem like a compilation of behind the scenes clips of something. That's all I saw on YouTube.
Yeah. Definitely check out the ABC thing though. Anyway, we mourn Chadwick Boseman, and our hearts go out to his family.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So Disney is finally moving forward on a new Haunted Mansion movie. Katie Dippold, who is the writer of Ghostbusters, is writing, and Dan Lim and Jonathan Erich, who did Disney's live-action Aladdin and the upcoming Lilo and Stitch remake, are producing. That'll be interesting. I wonder what way they'll go. If they'll go a more horror route, or if they'll go a comedy route like they did with Eddie Murphy. I'm hoping for the former.
I feel like since it's going to be obviously a Disney property, it's gonna. I would like it to. This more scarier side, but it's still going to be a Disney flick.
I'm not talking about
The Exorcist,
or as in, the quiet, whatever.
I would like to I was always definitely interested to see the Guillermo del Toro version of Haunted Mansion. Unfortunately, I can't even remember when that production stopped, but I know he was working on something. In retrospect, he might have been too out there for Disney. But I definitely would like to see a less slapstick, like Katie wrote Ghostbusters, the latest one, not the one that's coming out soon, but the one with Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy and
okay.
right. So
Right.
and one of my biggest things about that movie is I think she's the one who wrote it, because I think Jason Reitman's the one who's writing the new Ghostbusters. But I felt like the one with the all-female cast was just, you had all these great comedians trying hard to be great comedians, where the heart of the original Ghostbusters was it was also with great comedians not trying to be comedians. Right? I think that's what it lacked. So I'm hoping this doesn't follow that route, where it's not the Haunted Mansion, but let's throw in some like forced humor into it. Like take it like the original Ghostbusters. Take it seriously enough, but where the humor comes from just the situations people are in. Like, don't force the humor, let it flow naturally. And I think that's something that I would like to see from the Haunted Mansion. Because obviously there's a little bit of whimsy to the Haunted Mansion as well. So I would say I would hope that's the kind of route they would like to go, but who knows?
That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was aimed for kids, and probably not. It was aimed for, I don't know, normal audiences, like more grown-up audiences. Then hopefully they go something in between humor and serious. So
it's gonna be like a all family film. I mean, they're the kids are gonna watch it. The parents are going to watch it, and then like people like you and I are going to watch it. So I think it's going to be a broader audience, but with kids in mind.
Yeah.
So
I would say I would like it to be a step below Monster Squad. If you remember that old movie with the kids and stuff like that, like it was still like a kids movie ish, just a little bit more scarier than a normal movie, like a normal kids movie, but it was still a bunch of kids and monsters and whatever, and it was like the Universal monsters, so they weren't like super gory or whatever. It was like the quintessential Dracula with the slick back hair and the big cape and the blah 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 kind of thing. Right?
I mean, I definitely would not like to be gory, and I don't think they make it gory.
But you know what I mean? It's like that. A step below that movie, like Monster Squad, would be, I think, a perfect thing for a Disney Haunted Mansion movie. So
I can't. I don't know if I saw Monster Squad, but I know what you're talking about. But I don't think I've seen that.
It's the '80s, like it's like Goonies and stuff with monsters.
Oh, okay. Now you got my attention.
It's really I have it. I bought it on like Blu-ray a couple years ago. Or, I don't know.
I wonder if it's on Netflix.
A while ago, but I still enjoy it. So it holds.
I'll look it up, see where it is.
I mean, it's very '80s like style and whatever, but I mean, the story in itself is pretty good. So I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. Sure. It's about time that we got Haunted Mansion. I would like to see a proper franchise, just like they did with the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Like
Caribbean, depending on where you say it.
Caribbean. I say Caribbean.
Yeah.
But I
say
feel like
Caribbean, but Some people say Caribbean.
I feel though if I'm going to the Caribbean, I say Caribbean. For some whatever reason, I use both depending on what it is. Like it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but hey, I'm gonna take a vacation over in the Caribbean. Caribbean, sorry. See, now I'm making myself up, but I feel like I always use Caribbean as the destination, Caribbean as the Disney franchise name. Tomato.
Tomato. All right. Well, Mulan will be available for all Disney Plus subscribers starting December 4th, and will also open in theaters in China on September 11th. And I'm glad that it's getting its China release because I know that was a big target for Disney.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're getting that. Since they have to do Disney Plus in the U.S. I couldn't. There's no way that I could wait until December to see the movie. Knowing that it was out. I mean, I could barely wait 30 minutes.
I know, right? Look, I'm sure if it was out in theaters this week, I definitely would be going either like tonight or tomorrow. So, yeah. It's funny because I didn't bat an eye at like paying $30 for it because, then also my family can see it too. Like I'll go over there and log in and be like, hey, check it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a great movie overall. And check out my review.
Is it spoilery or is it because I didn't read your review because I'm like I don't know if it's spoilery. I mean like
my review spoiler? No, there's not really any spoilers.
At the same time I'm like but I've seen the animated version. I know what should happen at the end, but obviously there's a lot of differences, so I just want to wait.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I said, if you see the animated version, then you're going to know pretty much what the story is. I mean, there are changes to it, but it's
the overall arc.
Yeah, the overall story arc is the same.
Right.
So, anyway. All right. Mighty Ducks has resumed production, and Turner and Hooch begins production soon. So a couple of Disney Plus shows that are on their way to us soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, like I follow a lot of celebrities on Instagram, and I can see a lot of them are now like either in quarantine somewhere, mostly Canada, and then they had to stay in a hotel room or whatever apartment they rented out for like 10 to 14 days, and then there's a lot of like I've seen a lot of like separation on sets, like like dressing rooms or like sometimes you I don't know if you've seen some behind scenes kind of stuff, you'll see like the director's chair with the actor's name on it or the character name on it next to another actor's chair, and they can sit together and whatever. I've seen it where there's like small little mini tents set up between, so one actor can go into one little tent, another actor can go in the other tent, so there is separation, but they're still somewhat comfortable. I'm sure there's like snacks and fans and whatever. But it's got to be weird, I think, to be filming right now.
Right.
With all the kind of changes going on.
I wonder if we'll notice like changes that they've had to make. When we see the final product.
Right, like all films that come out in 2021, everyone's really far from each other in the movie.
Why are you standing so far from me?
Right? Like there'll be really a lot of like quick cuts because the actors are talking to each other, but they're not really standing close together.
Right. I'm curious to see that.
And it's just all the movies in 2021. It'll be like known for that. It's like, oh yeah, 2021, the year that all movies had like everyone 6 feet apart in the shots.
Right.
So
funny.
yeah.
All right. Well, the Polynesian Village Resort will remain closed until next summer, but it's going to get a Moana theme. And I'm all for anything with Moana in it. So, I know there's going to be people. I really love the way that the Polynesian Village looks right now.
Yeah.
Does it need a Moana theme to make it great? No, but I love when they add characters. I know that there's going to be some people who are not going to like it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know. What can you do? They're doing it.
I know. But I mean, like, there's people who complain about every single change in Disney. Like when Starbucks got there, and now it's like, I can remember when Starbucks got there and everyone was complaining about like corporations taking over. I'm like,
Right.
that's happened before Starbucks. Like, look at all of Epcot in the 80s. Like, all of their stuff was owned by different corporations. So it's not like it's not like it's a departure from operating procedures for Disney. And now it's like people who go are like, oh, we gotta stop by Starbucks. Oh, we gotta stop by Starbucks. Like, it's always so busy at Starbucks when like the parks open. Even when I was in Florida, it was like when I went to Animal Kingdom, people beeline to the Starbucks, right?
I mean,
like, it's constant.
I mean, people want their Starbucks, and it was genius for them to put it in there. But it's funny. I was reading something on Facebook the other day, and somebody said they posted a picture of the Chicken of the Sea Captain Hook ship that was there before. And they said, I didn't know that Disney did corporate sponsorships. And like, they've done them since the beginning of time.
You probably didn't notice.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just, I think it's just par for the course. They added the Incredibles and the Contemporary, and I've heard Beauty and the Beast is going into the Grand Floridian, so it seems like they want to add characters throughout the.
Like, the Alani is somewhat Lilo and Stitch, but you don't see. It's not like overly, like, you don't see them everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they can do it in a way where it's not this super in your face, like Moana over at every time you turn a corner is Moana, right?
Yeah. I think from what I've seen so far, they have like a floor with floral pattern and has Maui's tattoos on it.
Yeah.
So I think that they're just doing they're stylizing the hotel to have that kind of theme,
which is fine. I mean, like, it fits. It still fits the Polynesian thing. So
I agree.
Go with it, people.
Right. All right. Well, here's a very sad story for me. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad at Disneyland is delayed until 2023. I describe Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad as my favorite ride that I have been on. All the rides that I've watched, I'm like it's like a little kid.
I have a feeling maybe we'll be able to go on that ride in Florida before it actually opens here.
Probably, yeah.
Right? Like, I'm hoping... Because when does the Tron ride open? That's like 2022, right? Or was it 2021?
I think so. All the dates have changed.
Right.
Because of COVID. And COVID! Hate you!
Right, but I mean, like, construction on Tron is pretty. Like, I think the track is done. I think they're just working on all the outside,
like the dome and
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it might even be 2021 because they are working on it now. I mean, they're also working on Runaway Railroad. I've seen some of the footage from people posting that. So
I can't wait until you go on the Tron ride. I mean, I think you're going to be like a little kid. Yeah, the store.
I mean, like some of the bloggers I follow at Disney World, they always stop by and show the progress. I'm like, I can't wait for this ride. That's why, I feel like whenever that ride is open, it might be the next time we go, and hopefully Epcot's rehaul is also done by then. I know that was supposed to be 2021, but it might be now 2022. But I feel like if we go in 2022, that's still before 2023, where it opens. Runaway Railroad opens here. So
I just can't wait for that ride. I literally, it's Hamilton. Everything is judged by how excited. Everything is judged by Hamilton.
Nice.
If it's way up here, it's Hamilton.
What if it's like mid? Is it like?
I don't know. I can't even think of what it is.
Nice.
All right. Well, let us now go to the Clone Cantina for our Star Wars views. So, the Mandalorian has a release. Season 2 has a release date. It will be making its way to Disney Plus on October 30th. We are excited.
Yeah, that means we will probably also be. I guess we'll see if we should do the Mandalorian podcast that we do live as well.
Yeah.
Try that.
Good.
But yeah, I am super excited. Obviously.
Yeah.
I hope there's still some surprises left this season, because there's been so many news stories about casts that I hope there's still some that surprise me, or like something that happens that surprises me.
I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot that's going to surprise us.
Hopefully. I mean,
Yeah.
I complete trust in Favreau. I complete trust in Filoni.
Yeah.
You can't you can feel it in like Gina Carano is already kind of like posting stuff. Carl Weathers is like, Grief Karga is back. So
Yeah.
the cast, the main cast of that show is it's almost like their enthusiasm is also very infectious. So
Yeah. I mean, we've gotten some casting news, which have none of it was confirmed, but I mean, think of it. The dark saber.
yeah,
Nothing about that. Why isn't it in this show? We're going to need to know. Giancarlo, as you know, said that we're going to find out.
right.
And this is something that we. I mean, they could go any way with this.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, because that saber has quite a history in the Star Wars universe.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody who knew what that saber was died. when they saw that, I did. I was like, oh my god! I go, is that the dark saber?
Yeah, like
Dun, 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 dun,
that's
dun.
why I feel like there's got to be some surprises. Because not only did the first episode surprise us with a baby Yoda, and I thought there's no way they're gonna top that. Like the last episode where that blade just comes out of that TIE fighter, and you're kind of like, is that?
Yeah.
And it, for people who have watched the Clone Wars and Rebels, that has a big tie to those two franchises. So to see it in real life, amazing. Like, I don't know why it never occurred to me that it could happen, because it is a Favreau creation.
I know exactly. And this is a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
So but this was the first. I think from the animated series that made it into live action. I think that's why we're so shocked by it because but I felt the same way. Even the news about Ahsoka making live action, it feels like a dream. Like it doesn't, is this real? And I never, even though I wanted it to happen, I never thought it would happen for some reason.
Did you see? Thinking of Ahsoka, Ashley Eckstein's posts about her trip to. Did I talk about this last week? I don't remember when this happened. With the lightsabers, Ahsoka's lightsabers.
Yeah, I saw the lightsabers.
All right,
but I didn't read the actual post. I just saw the how she's changing it from green to blue.
Yeah. It's really cool. Like, she goes into Doc Ondar's in Galaxy's Edge in Florida, and she's like talking to Doc Ondar as if he's talking to her. And
really?
She's like, "Oh, I heard you have something for me." And she's like, "Oh, what's this?" And then she opens it. And she's like, "Oh my god."
That's awesome.
And then you hear something off camera, and then she goes, "What? Are you telling me that these are the first lightsabers that change color at Galaxy's Edge?" And then, things ensue. So, awesome. To be clear, these are the Clone Wars versions of her lightsabers, which are different from the Rebels version of her lightsabers, which are white. But even the hilts are different on her sabers in Rebels, and the ones in the Clone Wars are, I want to say, almost similar, almost in between Anakin's lightsaber and Obi-Wan's lightsaber. There's similarities in there somewhere, but the coolest thing is that they start off green, and then when when Anakin gives it back to her, they've changed to blue. So that's kind of exciting.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Well, StarWars.com has added a new section on the website dedicated to the High Republic. Its first news story revealed concept art of Yoda, who would be about 700 years during that era. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it was inevitable. I kind of do wish that Yoda was saved for when we got further into the story. But then again, I mean, he has to have been a big part of the Jedi Order for most of his life, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like it's inevitable that you can't have the Jedi of that era without some kind of interaction with Yoda, because he would have been still in his prime, whatever the prime number of years is for a Yoda species. But if he lives to 900 or something, you got to imagine the middle years in there are his prime. So from 200 to 700, he was that scene where he's fighting Dooku, that's him all the time.
Right.
I just funny it's funny some of the concept art looks like they just took some of the scenes from Revenge of the Sith and just de-aged him a little bit. Right? So I don't know if people are expecting some kind of drastic difference in how he looks. All of a sudden he's got black hair and no wrinkles, and he's sleek and muscular.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, right? I'm I can deal with less gray hairs.
Right. Less gray hair. I don't want to see him muscular. I don't want to see like Bob.
Little buffy
Yoda.
But yeah, I'm just excited that it looks like that website page is dedicated to a lot of the news that's coming out of High Republic, and I'm excited for it as a book.
I can't wait to learn more about it.
Yeah, and I definitely will be doing something when that's come out in January.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, COVID. We could have had this. I would have read it by now, actually. So.
Yeah,
we'll
definitely.
get there. Time is moving. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited about it. I think that and it was inevitable that Yoda would be kind of in the forefront, just because I think they want to have that anchor for people who are not as familiar with other eras of Star Wars. Somebody like me. I'm not as familiar with it. And so bringing Yoda in makes me feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I get to see this other era with him in it. So I'm super excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, now we try on our Cape Cowls for Marvel news. Lord and Miller are developing a still television series for Sony. So we talked about her the other day.
Yeah, we mentioned her in the same story of what Olivia Wilde might be doing, right?
Yeah. I don't think this is the same project, but I'm excited about it. Still, television series. I just wish that they would work out a deal with Disney Plus, put on there. I heard that they might be talking with Amazon, but it just seems like come on, let's have all the Marvel stuff in one place.
Right. I mean, you have the channel. You have. I mean, I get that they probably want more audiences on it, and not everyone's going to be on Disney Plus. But I mean, all the other Marvel stuff is on Disney Plus. So, I mean, even all the shows like Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, Loki, all those things. Especially. But I wonder though, is Silk a Sony?
Apparently.
So maybe that's also part of it.
She's from the Spider-Verse.
Right. So I wonder if that's also part of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Silk's story.
She's basically she got her powers from the same spider that Peter Parker got his from. But she was locked away in a place where I'm not as familiar with her origin. There was some I don't know if it was a vampire or something. If people out there know, leave the comments below and tell us a little bit more about Silk. But that's. I know that she basically got her powers from the same spider that Peter Parker does. The other parts of it I'm a little hazy about.
I just realized there's a chat here.
The what?
There's a chat going on.
Oh, cool. Are people in it?
Eugene's in there saying there's an echo on our thing. So I wonder what that's about. Because I have no idea what that's about.
Can you monitor the chat while we're going on today? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, that's cool.
I don't know.
I love it.
How to fix
the echo?
Yeah, I'll have to look into that afterwards. So we apologize now. There's technical difficulties, and you're listening to this later or watch this later. I do not know why there's an echo.
This is our test. We've never done anything like this before.
Yarp. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Thank you for joining us. We're super excited. Be sure to subscribe. And
Eugene.
I'm going to keep selling it. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and like our posts. That would be great. All right. Let's move on to the next story, which is the New Mutants made a dismal $7 million in its first weekend. I mean, to be fair, not a lot of people went to the movies.
Right.
So I got the word dismal off of wherever I got the story, but I honestly, to be fair, we don't know how well it would have done. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it would have been kind of mid-level. I don't think that it would have been really successful, but I don't know. I don't know if it would have flopped.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I I know someone who saw it a long time
Mm-hmm.
ago. Like he was at some kind of test screening, and he said
Oh,
if there wasn't any changes or minor changes, it was still he was still like about it.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I still really want to watch it. Like
Yeah,
if they put it online, I'm definitely like with a price tag on it, I'll still watch it.
right.
I'm just curious. I'm really curious about it. I know that it hasn't gotten any stellar reviews. I mean, more people. The median on the reviews that I've seen is that it's out there. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
Right.
So that's what I've heard. It's just kind of
Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
I'm also trying to live troubleshoot this echo.
You what?
I'm still trying to live troubleshoot this echo.
Okay. You do that while I go on to the next story, which is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier resumes production soon, and we'll head back to Prague in October to finish up. Pretty cool, huh?
I mean, yeah. It has to do with all production stuff, so it's like, I get it. Um, I, I'm trying to think. Um, yeah, I mean, like, there's no like new, um,
News
news
about it.
about it. It's
Yeah.
just like I feel like it's always like, and they're back to
Yeah,
shooting,
there's a
and
production
there's stuff
here,
going on,
production there.
and it's like okay,
I'm just excited. I'm
cool,
just excited about it. I'm just excited that now things are getting back in the swing of things. I just wanted more entertainment. I think that's why I was so. I mean, I was really excited about Mulan before COVID happened, but I mean, I was even. I think so excited because we haven't gotten much entertainment. I mean, we've gotten like uh, Artemis Fowl and the one and only Ivan and things like that, which are great. But that big epic film that we love to watch in the theaters. That's what I'm missing, and I'm missing the Marvel shows and the Marvel thing. So I'm just really excited about this starting up again. So you know. Falcon and the Winter Soldier merchandise has started hitting the shelves, which leaves people speculating if the show may start soon. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier shirts have been spotted, and Funko Pops have been, along with the WandaVision ones, are on the way. There's apparently 11 Funko Pops for each show and a black and white one for there's two black and white figures for WandaVision. I'm assuming it's going to be Wanda and Vision. So I'm again super excited about that.
yeah. I mean, I don't, I honestly don't think it has anything to do with release dates. I think it has everything to do with release dates that were set back in 2019.
That's true. Like Mulan, they put the Mulan stuff and some Black Widow stuff out,
Yeah,
and I guess they had to pull it back or something.
I mean,
But
at Downtown Disney, all the Milan stuff came out right before it closed down, and it's still there.
mhm.
I mean, obviously, it
So
was they didn't pull it back really. Um,
yeah,
um, Black Widow stuff, the figures have been out, I
hmm
believe.
yeah, because I have a Red Guardian figure. I bought one.
Yeah. See, so I have more of a feeling that it's just the machine of merchandising. This is when it was all supposed to come out, and so it's all about to come out.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully soon we'll get one or the other. With, depending on how production goes, I've been saying this before. It's like if they have enough episodes in the can, then they can kind of start streaming it. Since they do it week to week, right? So if they give themselves enough time while they're shooting, they can very well release things, still work on it, and then finish the last episodes by the time it's time to air. So they have like an 8-week kind of buffer. So if it's 8 episodes, I'm not sure how many they said it would be.
Yeah, we don't know how many episodes yet.
But Mandalorian, I think, was 8, so I'm kind of going by that standard. So.
Right.
But
right.
I wonder what. I feel like I need some Marvel stuff for my background.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
definitely.
Wonder what I can get. I didn't see anything
get a few of the Funko Pops.
Yeah, I didn't see anything at Downtown Disney regarding Falcon Winter Soldier or WandaVision. So
right. I definitely want WandaVision stuff. I want it all. I want all WandaVision things.
All WandaVision, all the time.
Yeah, WandaVision all the time. I'm going to put something WandaVision in the back of mine as well. So
I'm just curious what Falcon's going to look like. If he's going to be flying around with the shield, how much the shield is going to play into what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Are they traded off between the two of them? Just be like, you take it now. No, you take it now.
Right. Right.
So,
who knows?
Because that'd be cool to have like a Falcon with a shield also. So
yeah, very excited. All right, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will begin production in November. The film is due out in March 2022, but the fact that it's starting production again so soon, people think that it might get pushed back up to November 2021. And I have no idea how I never know how to speculate about release dates.
Yeah, I mean, if they start in November, so this would be like the full-on production. They didn't start and stop before, right?
No, I don't think so.
So you gotta imagine all the pre-production. They were still doing that during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have things a lot more tight. So maybe that helps. But
that's what I'm thinking.
Like November. I doubt they'll film all of December since all the holidays. So November, part of December, January. If they finish shooting in February.
Right.
Then it really depends on how many effect shots they need to do post. Like the first Doctor Strange had, the scene at the end where they're in the Chinatown.
Yeah, with
and had to do the reverse, everything kind of reverse and all that kind of stuff. You got to imagine that's a lot to do. Like every one of those little things. So it really depends on how long that takes, scoring, that kind of stuff. But part of me wonders, during this time, have any of the productions talked to Favreau and crew and said, how can we do what we need to do using that technology? Because that makes things, it makes it simpler on some of the production, since if you don't have to go to locations with a big crew, which can cause some issues health-wise and safety-wise. Less crew for something like the volume. So I wonder if any of that's going to happen with any of the future Marvel movies, right? I mean, obviously,
I would imagine since since Star Wars is owned by Disney and Marvel is owned by Disney,
Mm.
that Disney wouldn't say, "Hey, Star Wars, could you lend Marvel some of that technology and make it easier?" So I would imagine this is going to happen.
I mean, it's not even a matter of borrowing it. This is all
Yeah.
non-proprietary. Like they literally during the documentary series, Federer was saying this is technology that's out there. They just took it and used it for a different purpose. Like it's all kind of video game technology. So it's not that they would have to lend it. It's just like, this is how we did it. Put it together. Like it's all a bunch of TV screens and stuff. Like here's the software. You can develop yourself, and you can hire some video game kind of artists and stuff who know how to manipulate the environments within a video game, but adapt it for film. And so I feel like it's not something where they need to go like in the early days, like 80s, 90s, 2000s, like a lot. If you had to do a lot of effects shots in your movie, 7 out of 10 times you're going to Lucas Industrial Light and Magic. Right? So it's not like they have to go to Industrial Light and Magic to do this. It's just like, here's all what we did. You guys can replicate it yourselves.
Yeah.
The volume is not like a singular volume. It's like, this is what they call it, but you can have a volume and you can have a volume. Like we're Oprah. Like you can have a volume and you have a volume. And you have a volume. Like I feel like, we live in, around, well, I live closer to LA, but we've been around LA. There's a lot of production studios around here. There's a lot of places where you can rent sets, or like people rent out warehouses, or there's like some people rent out their houses for filming. But like there's a lot of like studio sets where you can rent a specific type of room somewhere, right? I feel like in the future it's going to be, we have a volume here. Come here. This is the kind of software we have. We can give you this kind of environment, and it's the same size room for everyone. Anyone can have whatever they want. Like, oh, you want a spaceship? Here. Oh, you want to be in the desert? Here. Oh, you want some weird alien world? Here you go. All in the same space. They don't have to move anything. They don't have to build anything more. I feel like that's going to be the future of at least independent filmmaking. If you want to do something that looks like a big budget movie, you can do it. You just rent this volume space for however long, and you can have everything you want there. As simple as like a kitchen to a spaceship to whatever. And you don't have to leave. Your production doesn't have to leave that area at all. Right. So I feel like, while yes, it's kind of like new, I feel like give it a couple more years, it's going to be everywhere. Kind of like that, the Matrix bullet time technology.
Oh yeah.
When you shoot it, there's like a million cameras around you. Like that was new when the Matrix came out, but then everyone started doing that. I mean, you can go to like conventions and like you can take photo opportunities with bullet time, So it's like once it's understood how to use it, and once people understand, like they can make it using stuff you can get anywhere, right? So I feel like there's got to be some of these productions that are rethinking, how do we do this safely? How do we make our movies safely? We got to still feel epic, like the Eternals, right? How do we have this big cast and not you need a big crew to do all these cool looking epic effect shots?
Yeah.
Bring the location you need to you. And there you go. Like it's even like it's better than a green screen. You know what I mean? So, hopefully with like Doctor Strange, they'll utilize some of that and speed up the process a little bit.
Oh yeah,
maybe we do
definitely see the benefit of it.
Right? Because like you got to imagine some of these studios want something to come out fairly soon. Everything they were supposed to come out from March till now has been postponed. But it's like they're hurting, theaters are hurting. Anything. Like I feel like what we need, besides feeling a little safer, is like once a big once we all feel safe, you got to imagine the first movies that come out are going to do crazy amount of business, right? Because everyone's just itching to go to a theater and experience something. And
we're all going to want to get out.
I'm sure all the studios want it to be one of their films, right? Marvel's probably in the best position, and Marvel and Disney are probably in the best position. We don't know what's going on with Star Wars, so DC is probably you got to know DC is chomping at the bit, like, oh, we could come out first, right? So we'll see how long they can last without doing that, and so,
hopefully. I agree. All right, so we finally go beyond the gates for our non-traditional Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars news. Emma Roberts has signed an exclusive first-look deal at Hulu. She'll be focusing on adapting books into new series, and the first series would be Carola Loverling's Tell Me Lies, which I'm unfamiliar with, but I am familiar with Emma Roberts. She is the queen of American Horror Story. Okay. She's the Jamie Lee Curtis of American Horror Story, I think, because she's always like that person who's the victim in the show. So I think that more than anybody, she's kind of like the Jamie Lee Curtis. So I don't know what this show is going to be about, but she's a great actress. I like her.
Yeah, I've never seen him, so I don't know. I know the name, but I'm not familiar with her work.
She's Julia Roberts' niece.
Oh, so Eric Roberts?
Yeah.
Is her father?
I think so.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's going to have a series, which is great.
That's cool.
All right, well, we have come to the end of our show. Be sure to leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts. It helps us to be found. And share our posts with your friends and family on your social sites. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Please like. We've got a lot of new YouTube things going on. I have my vlog, Lord's Adventures Out there. We've got Marvel Mavens. Rich, you're starting a Star Wars show. And you've got a cooking show. So we have a lot of different shows lined up for you. So please subscribe to our channel. You can reach us at podcast@castlecapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, both good and bad. We'd love to hear from you. And you can reach me personally on Twitter at @Lojav, Lojav, or on Instagram at Lauren Javier, LorenJavier. Where can you find you, Rich?
Where can I find me? I can find me at...
Yeah, where can you find you?
You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at R2 Romasanta. You can see it on the screen. So that's how you spell it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining. The opinions expressed on today's podcast are solely our own and do not represent the Walt Disney Company, its subsidiaries, or assets.
All right.
Yay!
Catch you on the flip side.
Do.
Well, we won't have that anymore. But I'll come up with something.